Welcome to the lab class of induced role magnetic separator. There are two aims defined in this experiment: to study the effect of roll speed on separation of magnetic and non-magnetic materials in induced role magnetic separator, and to study the effect of current on separation of magnetic and non-magnetic materials in induced role magnetic separator. These are the requirements. We need 100 grams of sand, 50 grams of ilmenite, 2 trays, 2 beakers and brush. Ilmenite is weakly magnetic in nature, and induced role magnetic separator is high intensity magnetic separator which generates relatively high gradient, so the separation can be easily done. This is the procedure defined for the experiment. Weigh 100 grams of sand and 50 grams of ilmenite in different beakers. Then mix both the samples properly and uniformly. Then switch on the induced role magnetic separator device. Then set the current of induced role magnetic separator at 1.0 ampere. So if you before I go further, let's take a look at the diagram which is shown here. So there are two pole pieces here. You can observe these are the two pole pieces, and you can see these are specially shaped. This is actually part of electromagnet, but it has been shaped especially so that it can induce magnetic nature in the roll which is present here. So this roll is not magnetic, but because it is present between the two pole pieces, the magnetic nature is induced in this roll. This basically consists of alternate magnetizable and non-magnetizable material. So magnetizable material, which is a part of this roll, gets magnetized when the electromagnet is turned on, and non-magnetic part remains inert. It is not magnetized, it remains non-magnetic. So for this reason, because the roll is induced, the magnetic nature is induced in the roll, that's why it is called as induced role magnetic separator. So there is a feed box here, and it is associated generally with vibratory feeders, so that almost monolayer or very thin layer of material can be fed onto this roll, and thereafter separation takes place. If any particle is stuck on the roll, it can be removed with the help of these brushes. So we turn on the device and set the current at 1 ampere. Then we set the roll speed at 30 rpm. So here there are two parameters available. One is the current. We can adjust the current, and we can adjust the roll speed. So we are setting both at these values. Then we feed the sample uniformly with the help of vibratory feeder, or you can feed manually, but you have to ensure that the feed is uniformly fed to the rolls. Run the experiment till the entire material is separated. Then collect the separated sample in different beakers or trays. You can place either trays or beaker for collection of the products. Then turn the switch off. So you can turn off the switch so that the magnet is turned off. Then take the weights of the magnetics and non-magnetics fraction. You can take the weights and record them. Then for next experiment, you can again mix the magnetics and non-magnetics fraction and repeat the experiment. See, this material is totally dry, so we can use the same material and repeat the experiment because the nature is not changed, and we are not going to measure the actual grade of the material because these are fully liberated uh, parts, ilmenite and sand. We are just mixing them, and we want to see what's the nature, how the material separation takes place with variation in different parameters. So that is why we are mixing the separated products again uniformly, and we'll repeat the experiment for different values of roll speed, because roll speed is our parameter in this experiment, and we'll keep the value of current same. This is the procedure defined for second aim. We'll prepare the material in similar way. We'll take 100 grams of sand, 50 grams of ilmenite, in different beaker. We can prepare fresh sample or we can take the sample from the previous experiment, because the nature is not going to change. It already contains 100 grams of sand and 50 grams of ilmenite. So we'll prepare sample like that, and we'll turn on the device. We'll set the value of current at 0.5 ampere. We can set the roll speed at any value, whatever you like, and we have to keep it fixed, because before this experiment we had actually changed the roll speed for a given value of current. Now in this experiment we have to change the current for a given roll speed, so we can set the roll speed at 40 or 60, whatever suits. Then we'll feed the sample uniformly with the help of vibratory feeder or manually. Then run the experiment till the entire material is separated. Then collect the separated samples in different beakers or trays. Turn the switch off. Then you will turn the switch off. Take the weights of magnetics and non-magnetic fraction. Then mix the magnetic and non-magnetic fractions and repeat the experiment. So that is how you perform this experiment. You just have to see how much of magnetics and non-magnetic fraction is being collected in different containers for different values of current. So then you will change the value of current and you will repeat the experiment for the same roll speed. So whatever roll speed you have set, you will simply observe what is the effect of changing the current, because changing the current will actually change the induced magnetic field here on the rolls. So accordingly, the separation behavior of the particles will change. Okay, let's take a look at this device. This is high intensity magnetic separator. HI stands for high intensity. So induced roll magnetic separator is a high intensity magnetic separator, and it generally accepts dry feed, which is finer in size, not very coarse but finer in size, generally finer than 5 millimeter. So these two bars are extended part of electromagnet which is present inside this housing. This is ampere meter to show the current reading. This is the regulator for controlling the current reading. This is the regulator for controlling the RPM of the roll, because a small roll almost this size is present here, and it is magnetized. When the magnet is turned on, electromagnet is turned on, this roll gets magnetized. This is a feeding chute, you can say, and the flow can be controlled here. You can feed with the help of vibratory feeder. We have fed the material manually and we have tried to maintain the feed rate uniform. Further, you can see here, this is your splitter and these are the launders, you can say, to simply divert the separated products into two fractions. And these are the trays placed here for collection of the separated material. So this roll actually rotates in this direction, two fractions, and these are the trays placed here for collection of the separated material. So this roll actually rotates in this direction. So this is the direction of motion of the roll. So magnetic part is reported in this tray and non-magnetic part is shown here. Now we have turned on the device and this operator is trying to change the RPM of the roll. So this is calibrated, so we'll see how much is the RPM here. So RPM is set at 70. Okay, so it is already on, so the roll has started rolling already. Now we'll change the current reading. Now we will feed the sample manually and we'll try to maintain a uniform feed rate. Okay, so this is actually what the person here, operator, is doing is it's a manually vibrating feeder, you can say, because we are vibrating the feeder. we have taken the sample in this container and we are vibrating it manually. So we are trying to maintain a constant feed, and you can see the material is freely flowing. So here you can see the roll. You can observe the roll rotating, and you can see the separation is taking place you can also see the freely flowing material which is falling here. Because it is a manual feed, that's why you can see some fluctuation is there, but still you can observe separation is taking place very nicely. The magnetic part is actually falling from here, but you cannot see because that is darker in the background. It is actually mixed in the background, but the non-magnetic part is brighter, so you can clearly see how it is flowing just above the splitter. Okay, you can see it's actually the roll. You can see the magnetic and non-magnetic part of the roll. It is actually kind of laminated roll which contains magnetizable stripes laminated over a non-magnetic cylinder. So that is how it is prepared. So that's why you can see it's a spiral. The shape is spiral. That's why you can see this motion. But here you can clearly observe that ilmenite, most of the ilmenite has reported towards the magnetic side, and sand contains small amount of ilmenite which appears to be uniformly distributed. So difference in the color is clearly visible here. You can also observe the freely flowing material falling onto a different trays. Okay, so that is how the experiment is performed in the laboratory. So this is okay. So that is how the experiment is performed in the laboratory. So this is what I have shown here. It's just a demonstration. So for different values of current and fixed value of RPM, we perform the experiment, and for fixed value of current and different RPM, we perform separate sets of experiment. We take the weights of the material that is collected in these two trays and we make the report. Okay, so this is how we'll write the report. So for different values of roll speed, we have obtained different weights of magnetic material in the magnetic fraction. So as the roll speed increases, we can observe that the weight of the magnetic material that is separated goes on decreasing. Why that happens? Because from the basics of magnetic separation, we know that we need to see the force balance. And if you want to see the force balance, because this is your roll, it is rotating at in this direction at some RPM. There is a magnetic particle. So this particle is experiencing magnetic force towards the center. There will be gravitational force in the downward direction, and since it is rotating, there will be centrifugal force away from the center. So as the roll speed increases, your centrifugal force will increase. So the particles which were earlier reporting towards the magnetic fraction because of lower RPM will now be reporting towards the non-magnetic fraction. So after getting the values, we can plot a curve, and you can see in this graph we have plotted roll speed versus weight. So the weight of the magnetic fraction goes on decreasing with increase in the roll speed. So this is the report for second experiment, that is where we are changing the current values. So with the increasing current values, you can see the weight of the magnetic material goes on increasing, because with increasing current, the applied magnetic field or the magnetic gradient that is generated on the induced roll, that also increases. So that increases the chance of any magnetic particle which was earlier reporting to non-magnetic fraction to report to the magnetic fraction. That can again be understood with the help of force balance, because the force, that is magnetic force acting towards the center, will increase with increase in the current value, because we are keeping the RPM constant. So after getting these values, we can plot a curve in similar way. So you can see current versus weight. So the magnetic content actually goes on increasing with increasing current. So that's all about induced roll magnetic separator. Thank you.